I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of digging the video blog, and so I got another one here for you. I want to talk about school lunches. Today I went to Edmond Santa Fe. I went to their school lunch. We have a lot of students that go to that high school, and so the way their lunch is kind of set up is they have a freshman academy, and where the freshmen have their lunch together, and then they have another lunchroom where all the other students meet, for their lunch periods. And basically they have two lunch periods. So I go there, I go to the freshman academy, then I'll go to the main lunch. Then I got to go back to the office, hang out there for about 10, 15 minutes until second lunch. And then again, I'll go to the freshman academy. And then after that, I'll go to the main lunch. So today I went, got to see a lot of our students, got to meet some new students and invite them. And last year, actually probably since I've been at People's Church, really have gotten very aggressive with going to school lunches. Soon here I'll be going to two lunches, at least two lunches per week, and getting some of my other leaders going. And it is a huge, huge part of ministry. And the reality for me, though, and I'm just going to be very transparent, is I do not enjoy going to school lunches. And it's not because I don't enjoy my students. I love my students and I love seeing them. But sometimes it's just awkward. It's like I see them on Wednesday and they're like, "Hey, Pastor Chris," and they'll talk. Sometimes I'll see them around their friends and they're kind of like, "Hey." And I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?" And their friends are kind of looking at me like, "Okay, so who's this guy?" And bless their hearts, like it never fails. They never introduce me. Not all of them, but some of them don't. And so then it's awkward. I'm like, "Hey, yeah, I'm Chris." And they're like, "Oh, yeah, this is my youth pastor." And I don't know, like maybe it's just me and I'm insecure, but I just get this feeling I'm imposing. And I don't know. It's like for me sometimes it's just like nails on the chalkboard. Like no joke, I'm driving to the school and I'm like, "Okay, Jesus, help me to find my students, help me to see them." That's some of the anxiety too. The lunch is so big. Like, I don't want to be the loser youth pastor, walking around the lunch like, "Okay, where are my students?" And everybody can tell I'm old, I'm balding, I'm not a teacher, and I'm just kind of walking around looking. And so luckily, I know where a few students sit. They're like my saving grace. But if they're not there, I'm like, what do I do? Who do I go talk to? And I've been fortunate, but I'll tell you, there's definitely been some awkward moments, and then you have that whole like, somebody invites somebody to church. "Oh, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there," and then they don't come, and then when they see me again, they're like, "Oh, I can't talk to him because he's gonna ask me about church," and so I don't know. Like for me, it's definitely not one of my favorite things to do, but it is something I will always do. I believe every youth pastor should be going to lunches, even if it's just one school campus. I know for me, it's been a tremendous blessing for Epic. It's allowed me to really connect with students, and as much as I don't enjoy it, I see there's just a ton of fruit that comes for it. And so I encourage you, if you're a youth pastor, man, get on your campus. And I know some, I like middle schools out here, especially like in the suburbs. I can't get on those schools, but a lot of high schools will let me in. I maybe have to sign a letter and I have to meet with somebody, but it is totally worth it. And for as many awkward moments as I may have, and honestly, they're awkward because of me. I'm like introvert at heart. Like if I have to walk into a new setting with new people, it is just uncomfortable. I'm just one of those people that can just talk to anybody. Some of those real outgoing, extroverted, life of the party, real funny. Not me. Not me at all. But I mean, I try. I've just seen such a benefit, and I just encourage you. If you're out there, you're doing youth ministry, man, get on a campus. Get your leaders to go to campus. That's one thing I'm working towards right now, is getting some of my leaders. I want to be in as many campuses so kids are seeing me, because what I was going to say was as many awkward moments as I may have, there's that many more spiritual moments. There's that many more divine moments where I'm with the right student and they invite their friend, and then their friend comes, and then I see them and I know their name, and then they come back. And like at Santa Fe, it was cool. I got to see so many students who, when I came here, they weren't regulars at Epic, and now they are. And I'll go to their lunch and they'll know my name, and we'll talk, and And it's just an awesome thing. It's definitely challenging, but at the same time, it's definitely worth it. Like, you know, tonight, there was a young lady who came to Epic that I saw at one of the lunches, and that was a great moment. Today I had a very awkward moment. I saw some students that used to go to John Marshall that now go to Santa Fe, and I'm like, hey, remember me? And they're kind of like, yeah. I'm like, so how are you doing? Like, brother got shot down. I mean, I was like, all right, well, it's nice seeing you. And then I left, and I was like, I'm such a loser. So it was, I don't know. That was an awkward moment. I had a few other ones, but again, it's the good moments. It's that the other student that hasn't been in a while, and you know, her parents don't want her to come, and I was able to encourage her. Hey, you know, maybe bring them on Sunday, and it's totally worth it. It's definitely out of my comfort zone. If I'm being very transparent with you, it's not something that I want to say I don't enjoy it, because I do have moments when I get there and I enjoy it, but I definitely get anxious and nervous, and you know, it's definitely not one of my favorite things. But appreciate my students, especially the ones looking out for me. Hey, there's Pastor Chris. Like, come over here. That helps me out a ton. So thank you for that. And so that's all I got. Just wanted to give some thoughts here going through my mind about school lunches, even give you a little bit of insight to kind of what I do, you know, because that's a big part of what I do. And when school starts, boom, I'm back in. And so, students, hope to see you at your lunch soon. And if you see me, man, don't make me look like the loser youth pastor. Come say hi. Make me feel good. Help me fit in. So, no, I'm just playing. I'm going to go now. Done with the video. So, thanks for listening and watching.